us gather tonight to discuss the book Never Whistle at Night. 26 tales make up this anthology. Will we get through them all? I guess we'll see.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to Literarily Wasted.
Hello, hello.
Hello. We are here to discuss our first book of 2026. That would be Never Whistle at Night, which is not just a book. It is an Indigenous dark fiction anthology. So really, in this book are 26 short stories. And we're going to see how much we can do. We're just going to talk about whatever we want to talk about. It is not a requirement that you have read them all to be a part of this discussion. If you read one, that's fine. If you read two, that's fine. I read them all. Did you read them all?
Yes.
Special guests tonight, Katie.
Hello.
Katie, did you read them all?
I did.
She did. And Leanne, did you read them all, Leanne?
Of course I did.
Of course you did. Well, all right. We have the panel here on screen. We've all read all 26 stories. But again, not a requirement. Kira says, and boy, is it dark. Yep.
I think we should take a moment and just admire that intro, Adam. That was great. I know, but it sounded really good and creepy. I mean, I think the book is a little bit higher tempo in, vibe. But
you work with what you got.
But I liked it. I especially liked how you rhymed night with night.
Yeah, tonight is a different word than night. So I thought about it and I knew someone was going to say something about it. Didn't think it would be you.
No, but I actually really did like the song, and it made me chuckle when you rhymed those two words.
So good evening. Who do we have here? Stacy, Kira, Jennifer, Adrian, Brandy, Tiffany, Jeff, yo, Carrie, Kent, hello, Willa, Kira, Spooky Ballad, Kyra, right? That's how we say Kyra.
Yes, we think so.
Brandy, Jeff again, Carrie, Stephanie, hello. Who else is here? Brandy, Adrian, Tiffany, Giggles over there on YouTube. Giggles, awesome. So did not read the book, but last hangout I said for us to attend anyway. So here I am. Awesome, you remembered. Adrian, speaking of automaton, I have one. I should bring it out. We can play.
That can be its own video or own live stream.
Yeah, we can play together. So anyway, we'll get into it because we got a lot to talk about.
We have so much to talk about.
Never Whistle at Night. I guess we can just start chronologically and go with our. I mean, first of all, I'll just say maybe like one sentence of an overall impression of this book. For me, oh my gosh, that's it. Christy.
This, as any anthology, there were some that I really, really liked, and there were some that I really, really did not like, and then a ton of them were just right in the middle. I think I liked more than I disliked. Which is positive. And then there was at least one that I just can't stop thinking about.
What's your brief summary of the entirety?
Overall, I really liked it. It is darker than regular book club generally goes. Not the darkest thing I've read. So.
And Leanne, founder of Dark Book Club, how was this for you?
It was not any problem for me at all. There were a couple that, as the Dark Book Club spooky person, that I really appreciated. A couple were actually just like, oh my gosh. But yeah,
I think there was a lot of different variations of darkness. Like like there's dark in the kind of horror,
there we
like flashlighty under the face kind of thing. But then you also have like real, like actual horrific, like earthly darkness, which is kind of pervasive throughout. But okay, let's start talking about the stories. The first one, what is it?
First one is Kushtuka by Matilda Zeller.
Okay, so briefly.
So this is the one where the main character gets volunteered to do a job with Hank Ferryman, and he's such a jerk. But a Kushtuka like appears in front of their truck as they're driving, and like they hit it or something.
Yeah, this is the one with the.
And then they go to like the lodge, and
it's-
she's setting up for the party, and she goes to the bathroom, and then like all hell breaks loose in the main room, and she comes out, and there's blood everywhere.
Yeah, so this one, it was like, but it was her. She saw like a version of herself.
It's a shapeshifter that's kind of taken the shape of her, but she did say that it was somehow her.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with Jeff. I thought the first story was a great way to open the book.
Yeah, agreed.
Yes.
I think it, in a way, like I thought it was a good like first. I think it maybe have given me like an impression of the tone that wasn't quite what I got from some other stories. But I enjoyed the first one.
Yeah, I really like the first one too. And I really like that like all these people that she has such a big problem with were killed by kind of her, sort
Yes.
of. And I think she felt kind
I
of
think Kira asked the question: was it her, or what is it? What is it? What everybody thoughts of it?
I got the impression by the end, like when her Pana like is like helping her up after she kills Buck, which is Hank's son. Like I got the impression that Pana was like, we don't have to talk about this anymore. And like it was kind of understood that it was her.
Yeah. Set up the tone of the Anthony. But you had Hank's son being kind of a crazy guy.
Oh yeah. Well,
yeah, seriously.
But he like lost his mind when on a hunting trip, right? And
Yes.
he hurts Pana's like Pana and some other people take him on a hunting trip, and then Buck like goes crazy and starts to
He killed everybody but Hana on the, so he killed a couple of elders and things like that. So that was going on at the same time that Tapisa was, cowering but also kind of being the catalyst of righteous vengeance.
Righteous anger.
Well, and there was also the undertone of what he was just stealing from her grandmother or her mom, and from Pana's grandfather, I think.
Yeah, I felt like it was righteous ancestors coming through her.
Yes, which is I think I will say, like as a whole, like not super familiar with indigenous culture and traditions, so a lot of this is like very new to me, and some things I understand, some things I didn't quite understand, but I think this one was a really good introduction to what we can expect in some ways.
And I will say, if you like this reminded me a lot of the season of oh crap, what's it called?
Yeah, I got nothing for you.
Shoot, it's that series that has like a terrible second season.
Heroes.
No, and
not wrong.
I can't remember. I should have written it down.
Well, anyway, like righteous ancestors, they gave her the power she wouldn't otherwise have.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
It's
I like how he kind of called it upon themselves, because if I remember correctly, didn't he laugh at her fear of whistling at night?
Yes.
And essentially he was like, tell me a scary story, and she's like, don't do this, and he's just whistling and like, ha ha ha. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, interesting.
True Detective.
True Detective. I was going to say that.
True Detective.
But I was going to. I don't know how long we should linger on.
We probably need to move on. But this was such a good one.
This one was a good one.
And it was the introduction into the book, which, like you said, set the tone, which may or may not have been true.
May or may not have been consistent throughout. But yeah, this one hit all the notes, and it was at this moment where I was like, oh, this is real horror stuff here we're getting into. Oh no. Okay.
Next is White Hills by Rebecca Roanhorse.
Oh, this one.
And
That
this
was
Yeah, this
crazy.
one.
A lot of people mentioned Stepford. Was it Stepford Wives? No,
Stepford Wives.
I'm just
Real Housewives.
no.
Your Stepford Wives is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. Where
Oh yeah, Stepford Wives. There we
Yeah.
go.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen it.
And Adam mentioned that there was someone placed a trigger warning on, was it Facebook? And I thought it was going to be about this when I read it.
And it was not.
It was not. But this one probably needed a trigger warning too.
Yeah, this one had this one was very different than the first one. This one was more about horrible people and not about like supernatural things.
Yeah. So Marissa has married into a wealthy family and she is pregnant. So she's going to go tell her husband. And when she goes to tell her husband at the club, she lets slip that she's part Indian. And then like things change. Her husband gets real distant. Her mother-in-law like invites her out to go like baby shopping, but ends up like forcing her to have an abortion.
A miscarriage.
Yeah.
It was and
then
the ending where she chooses.
The next day her mother-in-law comes back and is like, you can either leave and we're going to annul the marriage, or you can cut off the part of you that's Native American.
And she was so attached to this sort of affluent, vapid lifestyle that
she
did it.
Cut her finger off.
She cut her finger off.
Yeah.
I like how in a couple of the stories, because in so many things with Native American culture, a lot of the people that grow up Native American or that live on reservations, unless they have something like a casino attached to it, then they grow up in extreme poverty. And getting away from that, if you've ever lived in any kind of poverty, I grew up that not in extreme, but if you've ever lived in any kind of poverty, what will you do to stay out of poverty?
Yeah,
and to live the life that you deserve, that you might have had if you were not born into poverty. And a
Right.
couple of those stories do put that in there as a choice. And that I think speaks also to what we were discussing a little bit on Discord about culture and things like that, and where some of these authors may be coming from culturally.
Yes.
And what kind of compromises do you make with your native actual self to blend in or be accepted or escape if you feel you need to.
Yeah, this definitely won't be the last time that we encounter that theme of escaping or choosing this way of life over another one. So a lot of that stuff really hit hard, especially when you see like she was characterized throughout the story as having these very superficial interests, and just looking sort of on the surface level of what she was interested in and how she viewed other people in the world. It's like, this isn't a very likable person. But we did sort of peel away the onion layers there and get to the root of why she's trying so hard to fit in. And that was, it's super sad, but also like, oh gosh, just the choices that she had to make, and also the awfulness of the people that she had surrounded herself with in order to be a part of this lifestyle. Those people were terrible people.
They were.
They really were.
On Discord, Marianne says, I will say this one creeped me out. Physically mutilating herself to deny her heritage and stay in some Stepford kind of pro-white world. Yikes.
Yeah. Yikes. I said that a lot while reading this anthology. Yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the smoothie, I guess it was tricked into getting an abortion.
Well, and she was also allergic to it.
Yeah, insult to injury that she's like, hey, I know she's allergic to strawberries. Let's make it really hurt.
Yeah.
And possibly kill her anyway.
Yeah. And then the next morning she's like, I have to do better. I have to be like ready for her. And the whole thing
You
is
win the worst mother-in-law contest.
awful.
But they're. I mean, we'll say that again. We'll say that these are awful people.
Yeah.
Once, not just once, twice, a bunch of times as we continue to discuss these stories. But yeah, I think this one was a powerful story in a bunch of different way that the first one was.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the third one.
Navajos Don't Wear Elk Teeth by Conley Lyons.
Joe and Cam.
Joe and Cam. So Joe's at a beach town for the summer, cleaning out his grandparents' house. He meets Cam, who's aggressive and creepy in general and sexually. For some reason, Joe allows Cam to stay in his life, and things finally escalate when Cam threatens to break something in Joe's house, and Joe takes Cam's tooth collection to the beach where they fight it out. And Joe finally realizes that Cam intended to pull out one of his molars.
A lot of these stories present people with very clear red flags that just seem to be kind of ignored.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: the heads. But this one we were introduced to Cam, who is a very aggressive friend with benefits. I don't know what that was. Summer fling.
But also moves in after a week and is crosses all boundaries all the time.
And he has the jar of teeth.
It's like a box of teeth.
That's not weird. That's not weird, Cam.
That he takes out and polishes. Not creepy at all.
Yeah.
It really reminded me of Gillian Flynn's book. I think it was Sharp Objects, the little girl in the dollhouse. She wrote Gone Girl. I read her other books, and there were teeth in that story too.
Teeth. I hurt my teeth. This one felt expected as soon as it started. Yeah,
they definitely foreshadowed.
I kind of saw that. You saw it. Cam wasn't going to be a good person. I don't know why Joe completely ignored the red flags even when he was clocking them. It's sometimes summer fling is just.
I think
impulse.
They both knew it was temporary, and it was a fling. I feel like. I don't know. I did not like this story at all when I read it, but then as it sat with me, it makes more and more sense. Because when I first read it, I was like, Joe is an idiot, and he still is an idiot. But it's kind of realistic how much of an idiot he is in the story for me. Over time, people would really do that.
Except the teeth that
Well, no, that's Cam. But Joe, I feel like he would stay in a really toxic relationship if it's just for a summer. And he's getting something out of it.
Right, Kira?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, this one ended up with did Joe kill Cam? What?
And Joe beat the crap out of Cam. I don't think he killed him, but maybe he did. Do y'all remember?
I don't think it said.
It doesn't specify. But I am firmly in the belief that Cam is a serial killer.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Or if he's not, he's about to be. If he's not there,
he's one away.
He's taking those steps. Yeah,
he's 1 kill away from being a 0, except 1 kill away from being a serial killer. What through with Jeff was how fast they enter the relationship. Yeah, I mean, there's allegory there, but
and there's a lot of really good discourse on Discord actually about this story. If you're interested, go look at the thread for this book.
Okay, next one.
Wingless by Marcy R. Rendon.
I don't remember this one.
This is the foster kids. So Punk and the main character are foster kids for some truly awful foster parents who routinely abuse them. Even though they're mostly kept apart, they find ways to help each other. Punk taking beatings and the main character smuggling food during punishments. One day it's time to butcher chickens and the main character snaps and chops off his foster mother's hand. He gets put in a police car while Punk gets picked up by a social worker.
Yeah, I mean, you think that Punk is going to be the one to
do something,
do the bad things, but
that was so sad.
I don't think we had a name for the main character.
No, I think he just referred to himself in the first person. There are a few of those stories I was like, was there a name for the main character? And I have
several of them there weren't.
No, and I would put I.
Yeah. Brandy liked this one. Kind of the foster mom got what she deserved. This one made my heart. Yeah,
I agree.
This is the first also of many I feel like child abuse was the theme, a recurring theme throughout this book, which made me very uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But like having a kid is like it heightened my reaction to all of these stories, where I just wanted to fight. But yeah, this one was really sad. The horrible people again, they're back.
That deserved what they got.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, just a little snapshot that we got of their lives was just so awful.
Didn't have many thoughts other that made me sad, and thought it was good of the older foster kid protecting the younger one. Yeah. Punk was rebellious, but he was a good foster brother. Lots of violence towards children, sexual violence. Kind of hope that the foster mom ended up dying. She probably did eventually. That helps.
If she didn't, hopefully she's not a foster parent anymore.
Yeah.
But yeah, this one was just.
Yeah. Ugh.
Okay, next one.
Quantum by Nick Medina. So Amber has 2 kids. Sammy, who's only an 8th degree Indian blood, and Grayson, who is 10 months younger and is 5/16 degree Indian blood. This means Grayson is on the tribal roll and will be entitled to money from the tribe's casino. After some distress about the hardships Sammy will have to go through, Amber and her partner Dave start doting on Grayson and treat Sammy worse and worse. Amber is absolutely obsessed with Indian blood and her little Indian, to the point where she tries to steal blood from an elder that passes away. Sammy slowly turns into a creature. When Amber tries to steal the blood, she's caught by a funeral director who tells her that his blood has been replaced with embalming fluid and has been disposed of. After that, she realizes that something could grow into anything and reaccepts her eldest child.
This one made me so sad.
This was so heartbreaking.
It really was.
Yeah.
This one was just.
And like, we have like a 2.5-year-old, so like the age isn't that different, and like I cannot imagine treating a human that way.
Yeah. So, but again, it's the kind of like. Well, this one's different in a sense of like kind of
that something can grow into anything.
Yeah. Choosing purity. It's like you could say, all right, she redeemed herself at the end of the story, but it's too little. Too like you were, like.
Yes, it's awful, but I do think by the end of the story, her mindset has changed. She's going to give both of them a fair shot. I think she's going to treat them fairer. And like she took the creature from the door and like put him in the crib. So and then moved over the. I have hope.
My sense wasn't that he was a creature, more that he was just a malnourished.
No, they like straight up said like that thing. Like, do we have a dog? We have something.
I just thought they were like just blinded to this child.
No, I feel like he was actually changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought so. I thought like werewolfish kind of.
Right.
Or something much sadder than a werewolf. But yeah, along that line.
Which is why she moved the dream catcher over, because she was like you were saying, knowing now that something could grow into anything, she took the dream catcher from over Gray's crib and hung it above Sammy's head. Yeah. So she realized that even though Sammy didn't have enough to be on the registry, there was still enough of him that he could be in danger from things that are, maybe he was turning into like a shapeshifter or something like that.
Yeah. But it does speak to like somebody like Adrian was saying about how big of a deal the tribal rolls are, and like the percentage of blood and just kind of what that just sort of impact that it has on people who realize that their kids are going to get all this. So that she pretty much put all her eggs in one basket once she figured that out.
Yeah.
But it was just super sad, the mistreatment and the differences into the way she treated the one child versus the other. That was just heartbreaking to read.
So I thought this too, this comment. I thought she was getting the blood to give to one of her sons, and I thought she was going to give it to the one that had more Indian blood to make him even more Indian. I thought it was going to kill him.
I thought she was going to give it to Sammy. But
yeah, I thought she was going to give it to Sammy, but that's me being optimistic. that she would try to, help the other,
Oh, that's what I
the
thought too.
unwanted child along instead of
That's
make.
fair. I just feel like at that point, like Sammy was such an afterthought that she didn't even care.
Yeah. But yeah, this one was just the decisions that a mother has to make in these circumstances, just heartbreaking.
Yeah. So Tim Harris said he said this one was weird. Sammy gets it from both sides. Poor guy. Strike one, he's Indian. Strike two, he's not Indian enough. I think moving the dream catcher meant that Amber was finally accepting him.
Yes. I choose to believe that as well. Okay, next one.
Hunger by Phoenix Boudreau. So it is hungry, so it takes over the body of a college kid so it can feed. Then a people girl, Summer, comes in and decides it wants to consume her. She gets weird and leaves the party, and after being followed by it, eventually rounds on it and starts to attack.
Oh, this is the Buffy one.
Rain joins Summer, and together they exorcise it. It is a
Wendigo.
Yeah, and it will hunt again soon. I think
Honestly, I was expecting a Wendigo story.
Yeah.
At least one.
Well, we got one.
yeah. And yeah, like you said, Buffy the Vampire
This one
Slayer
was Buffy the
It
It
Vampire
was
definitely
very
Slayer.
Buffy.
had that feel. And I love the idea of like an indigenous Buffy the Vampire Slayer out there, like
Yes.
going after demons.
Yeah, I would watch that. I'd watch this show.
Yeah.
I liked how it chose the frat boys with the bad reputation of being hungry on their own. And he was like, well, I'm going to be there and use them, and then I'm going to consume them also.
It was what an interesting perspective too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked this one.
Yeah, this one was pretty good. And after the last one, was like, oh, okay, that's
We needed something a little lighter.
good playlist management there, editor of this. But yeah, this one was just kind of interesting, and then the twist was this one had more of a funness to it.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'd watch that.
And then we go straight to
Oh God, I hated this one.
TikTok by Cherry Demeline. So Bilson, who goes by Son, returns to his father's house. Okay. And after he learns his mother passes away, his father keeps wanting to hunt, but Son wouldn't go. Then his father passed away, and Son gets his father's gear and goes to hunt. He tries, but doesn't see any animals, so he went home and took a nap. And when he woke up, he found a tick in its stomach. It got bigger at an alarming rate. Son stabbed it with a knife and then had to carve it out. He finally got the tick off and got it in his truck and went home.
Nah, I hate that. Hate it.
Yeah, this one was awful.
I used to work in an animal hospital, so parasites are like one of the very few things that get me.
Oh,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah, this one full of the heebie-jeebies.
I like what Jeff said. This would be a great Tales from the Crypt episode. He is
This one or the
correct.
last one? Yeah, this one was.
Yeah, it is gross and it is creepy. And also, I didn't really get it. And there was also like he falls and hits his head and like has this weird dream sequence. And this one didn't work for me.
Carrie was hiking when
Oh no.
this one, so
Well,
yikes.
I hope you are
She's
still
finishing the hiking trip. She's like,
Yeah, this one was just horrifying. And I've read most of these before going to sleep.
Yeah, you would read them in bed right before sleep, which is not the right time.
No. Then I had to watch like some stupid comedies to put myself to sleep.
Oh, put Kira's on there.
The website of summaries. Alone in the wilderness, can he free himself of the tick before it bleeds him dry? The only way is to grieve his father, to pull it out of him by the roots. Yeah, I'm not sure that got
Okay.
across to me, but
Interesting.
nice try.
Shall we move on?
Let's move on.
The Ones Who Killed Us by Brandon Hobson. Ghosts stalk the ones who killed us until their missing women emerge and attack and kill them.
Wait, what?
Ghosts stalk the ones who killed us until their missing women emerge and attack and kill them. I wrote paragraphs for all of these except for this one. This one just rambled quite a bit, and it.
Did I? I didn't even like. I think I
like
did this one. I was like,
the
what
ghosts
did I
are
just
like following
read?
the ones who killed us, which is a group, and they're like camping and at a campfire, and then their women come out of the trees and like murder them all.
Yeah.
Isn't
I
this the
felt like-
one with the grandmother and the grandkids though?
No, this is
No.
not that.
No,
one.
it's not. Okay.
No.
I felt like it was
okay.
missing.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
This one was literally one sentence that was like 15 pages long. Like,
Someone counted and said it was like 15 like lines.
yeah, there were major run-on sentences in this one.
Oh, I'm
Terry
glad.
loved this
I'm
one,
glad some of
so-
y'all like this one. This just wasn't my favorite.
Yeah, this one was hard for me to get into. Maybe listening to it on audio. You listened to it on audio.
I did.
Was different, but I read it and it was just like,
I felt like I was missing some context. Like if if it were part of a historical event, or if there was something a specific thing that had happened, rather than just the group getting killed.
read this once before and was equally unimpressed both times. Okay, so upon a reread, it was still was not good. Wish fulfillment, revenge. Think about the imagery. Yeah, this one. Yeah, I can say this one didn't really do it for me.
How about the next one?
This
I'm sure
one-
you remember. I'm sure you all remember. Snakes Are Born in the Dark by D.H. Trujillo.
Skinnier thing.
Yeah, I like that one.
This
Me
is the one where
too.
they go hiking and the guy gives birth to a snake through his stomach.
Oh yeah, this one was something, wasn't it?
Well, that was that douchebag
Adam.
disfiguring the
Uh-huh.
ancient
Yeah.
petroglyphs. Seriously, my dude.
It's Peter, Maddie, and Adam. And Adam's like disfiguring them, and Maddie like touches one, and then Peter loses it, and Maddie like apologizes, and Adam does it more, and then they start fighting, and then like Adam and Maddie both come down with like boils and sickness and crazies, and
Oh yeah, she's got all the boils on her.
like at the end, his uncle was like, "I thought I told you no more magic." So I wasn't exactly sure where the magic came from. I wasn't sure if it came from Peter or if it came from just the universe. I didn't really understand why Maddie got it so bad. And like, I don't know. This one was just, it was a lot and it was intense. But I don't know. What do you guys think?
A lot of people are glad they didn't read this while eating.
Yes, definitely.
It was gross, but I really liked it.
Yeah,
and I felt
same.
like with Maddie, it was like it's a warning. It's like a stay away from the
Mhm.
douchebags.
Well,
Yeah.
by the end, I
And
think she
don't
got
deface.
that warning because she was like, I don't know why I'm with him.
Don't. Yeah, she enabled the guy. Don't deface the things. That's any movie can tell you that if
Oh
you
yeah.
mess with the thing, you're gonna get it. But yeah, the ending did establish that like between him and his dad, they're like, we're magical people. We can't do it. It's like, whoa, okay, what is
Well, he said he didn't, but when they were walking away from the petroglyphs, he did take some dust out of his pocket and put it there. I feel
Mhm.
like that was maybe trying to appease the spirits,
yeah.
or I don't know if it's to appease them or to summon them.
It might be a piece because I read another book at one point and the Native Americans in that put ash in like running water whenever you go over running water to like for like luck or to appease something. So it might have been like a safety thing or like just a precaution.
He did have the keys in the end too.
I thought that was hilarious.
Did he?
I actually laughed whenever he had the keys. I was like, that was great.
I completely missed that. One thing that really bothered me about this is that they get into a fight and then all of a sudden, like they don't have enough time to go back to the cars. And like, what was their planning beforehand? Because they didn't lose that much time to just fighting.
It sounds like a poorly planned hike.
Yeah, it really does.
Uh,
And then they try to make Maddie bad at one point because like at one point she just stops and she's like, "Oh no, what about my skin? It's gonna scar." but it's so out of character. This one, I think the premise is good. The execution, the execution's a little off for me.
But that's okay. We could differ.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This one was weird to me. It was just, this one was wild. I was just like, this is wild. This is disgusting and wild. And what is happening? What is happening was basically my reaction. Okay, next one.
Okay, Before I Go by Norris Black. Kira's fiance Davy died at the bottom of a rocky gorge. Kira camps in that spot to be close to him and maybe say goodbye. Davy's ghost visits her at night. The next night, the night mother visits and lets her see Davy, who scares her into backing up and tripping and falling off a cliff and dying.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I saw this one coming from a mile away. This one didn't really do anything for me. It was just kind of was.
I thought it was creepy, like dreaming about your lost partner and then waking up with like scratches and stuff from where his bones.
Very answer. Brandy really liked this one. It was sad. It was sad.
It was.
You know, she had the opportunity to go home, but she turned around. She stayed.
She was overwhelmed by her grief.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, his spirit couldn't rest like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she joined him, and I knew that was going to happen as soon as she ended up turning around. I was like, she's going to fall off that cliff.
Yep.
She's going to join him.
Yeah.
Yeah. This was nice and creepy, but also predictable.
Yeah. Next one.
Next one.
Night in the Chrysalis by Tiffany Morris. Cece is staying at her aunt's soon-to-be new home where she is confronted by ghosts who want her to be their doll.
Whoa, I don't remember this one at all.
A lot of people love this one. What did you guys think? Was that a good enough summary?
Yeah, it was.
Oh, wait,
I really liked it. It was a nice haunted house, creepy story.
Yeah.
Want to be their doll.
This might be Jeff's favorite.
I'm like remembering bits and pieces of this one.
There was more than one story where a kid goes to a house. Well, not a kid, but like, or someone young goes to someone's house and like has dreams and ghosts. This is the first one of those.
Oh, yes, nightmares about becoming a stiff doll. Got it. This one was creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I remember that one being, and it wasn't her aunt's house yet, right? Like she
had just bought it,
but she hasn't moved in.
But the aunt had not moved in yet, and she got there before the aunt. And I like how she was like, "Hey, do you have any sage?
Yeah,
have you saged this place?"
Yeah, this is a kind of creepy place. But yeah, this one was nice, creepy haunted house story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're moving along. Well,
I guess so.
I really like this one, especially that she won in the end. I also felt like this was the most complete of the book. Yeah, it was kind of a traditional structure there.
Had a good resolution.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next one.
Behind Colin's Eyes by Shane Hawk. Colin, his dad, and his dog go hunting elk.
This one.
And Colin wakes up to loose molars that come out and all the nails on his left hand missing. They end up finding the elk and shooting them. And the one that Colin shoots like runs away and then like leaves an organ behind and then that explodes into bugs. And then I guess they go home. And Colin's dad knows that like something's possessed Colin. And so he's going to his friend's house. But the thing that's possessed Colin knows that this is happening. And so like this time your family won't be able to kill me.
Takes over.
Yeah.
This is a possession story.
I'm trying not to read y'all a block of text, but like, yeah, this one was creepy.
I meant to do more research on this one to maybe find what kind of creature it was, but I failed. But it like Chrissy was saying that it seems like it mentioned that it had possessed the family before, and that his I think it was his uncle or dad's best friend or something, that they
Yeah, I
used to
think-
go out hunting elk together. And I'm not sure if it was the dad or the best friend that had been possessed by that thing before. But the dad was taking Colin over to the friend's house, that I guess they were trying to defeat it again. I don't know why that thing had chosen his family to curse.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was no context to that. It just seemed to happen, and it was from the point of view of the possessed, which was interesting. Of the
Especially as he was like losing control.
Yeah.
I
Um,
really wanted one more scene, like the scene at the uncle's house.
Yeah.
I wanted
I
that to
really
happen.
I really appreciated their relationship, though. This was like a positive father-son relationship.
Yeah.
There wasn't really much of those in this book, and that made me even sadder that he got possessed.
Yeah. After reading this, it just occurred to me this kind of has some parallels to that Buffy story.
The Buffy, yeah, it could have been it.
Yeah.
Once more, kids acting creepy. Good, freak me out. Me too, man. The Ring. Hell no.
Okay, next one.
Next one.
Heart-Shaped Clock by Kelly Jo Ford. Joe and his brother's parents divorced when they were kids, and each parent kept one kid.
Oh yeah.
After they grow up, Joe basically comes back to his mom and brother. She takes pity on him and lets him work in her gas station. He finds a box of puppies and is going to get some supplies. This is late at night after the store's closed, and he leaves the door unlocked. Two robbers came in at the same time and knock him unconscious and steal some money and cigarettes. His mom comes and like yells at him basically, and he has enough of it and like storms out and like knocks her shoulder. But his nephew is with his mom, and so Joe's brother loses it when he finds out and like comes to his house drunk and screaming. And Joe originally thought who was at his house was not a family member, so he's holding a baseball bat, and next thing you know, he knocks him out.
Well, the brother pushed him.
The brother knocks him and his chair down, and without thinking, Joe hits him with a baseball bat, and then he like curls up and goes to sleep, and his brother dies. Yeah.
But I mean, it starts with him like on trial.
Yeah.
In the courtroom, and then
This one was
back.
so sad just because of you could really feel Joe's like resentment and the loss of like the life that he could have had. And it was just really heartbreaking, just his relationship with everybody.
Yeah, I mean, you can sense that Joe is just a guy who has just been dealt a bad hand, and like he was going to save those puppies.
And like, to be fair, Joe's come from this life and has probably made a lot of bad decisions that inform why his mom and brother are treating him like they do, but it's just,
Well, they treated him like that since he was a little kid, though. And my notes, I said that Joe just wanted love,
Yeah,
and that the ticking and the clock, obviously, you know, he put his head on his brother's chest and was listening to, you know, he talked about how he used to listen to his, you know, their heartbeat and everything, and that the clock symbolizes the beat of the heart, which symbolizes love.
yeah.
And that is something he had always wanted but never got.
yeah. And now he's going to jail.
And I also feel like if Joe had called the police like immediately, I don't know if his brother would have still been alive, but would have had more of a chance than he was given.
Okay, next one.
Okay.
We're running out of time.
Scariest Story Ever by Richard Van Camp. So the main character has entered a storytelling competition and he's stealing people's stories. So he goes to his Uncle Mike's house to hear Auntie Irina's scariest story. So Mike tells him about the build up to the time that Irina told her scariest story where he was the only listener. And I got to admit, that build up was awesome. Eventually, his uncle was like, I'm not going to tell it to you. I'm going to go to the scariest story competition and I'm going to win with my own story, but I'm going to train you and you're going to stop being such a jerk. and you're going to become like someone who can pass on knowledge.
This one's pretty good.
I love this one. This was
I,
great.
I loved it too. I loved that twist and that he's got this look, you're going to be passed down this important tribal role and to be the tribal storyteller. And and that he just embraces it and he's like, oh wow, that's amazing. And it ends up being worth more to him than the prize money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like the ending kind of came out of nowhere a little bit for me, but
Well, and we were definitely left hanging because we just got the build up to the scariest story, which I really appreciated.
thanks, Baron Buzz Killington. But this one had a good ending.
Yeah.
One of the few.
One of the few with a good ending.
End in tragedy, and I was like, that's why I think it may have thrown me off because I was like, oh, we're better off than we were. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I do have to wonder about the telling the scariest story ever that like changes people and telling like a whole group of that at a scary story competition seems really irresponsible.
Brandy wants to know the scariest story. I don't think you're ever gonna hear it because it's like, the Bill and Ted Save the Music. Like this is just you can't live up to it. You can't live.
I know. I'm with Jeff. I was like, Buzzkill. I was so excited about the scariest story ever.
Yeah, but I do feel like the build up to the scariest story ever was great and creepy, especially those two things on the couch and the bags.
Oh yeah, it was good. It was good mood setting and all the lore of the. I'm going to tell the story, but you will not be children anymore.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Next one.
Human Eaters by Royce K. Young Wolf.
Human Eaters.
No filter. This is the two kids at the campfire. No filter and String Bean are keeping watch at the fire and being taught the ways. The Human Eaters are right behind you. They are told a story by their grandmother about two similar boys who run away and get taken by the Human Eaters. Only one is given back, but without his eyes.
This one, did it do anything for me? Did this do anything for me?
I liked this one.
Oh, there's a cat. No filter and String Bean.
Yep.
It was spooky, and she was teaching the grandkids how to use their medicine.
Yeah, I liked it. And I like that she was explaining, this is why you always, if you ever eat outside, you always leave Amelia and you always leave a bite of food for the spirits that are on the edge of the campfire.
Oh, right.
And to protect, the people in the campfire, and that it's, that more generations are being born without this gift of not being able to see. So it's kind of like passing on this dying tradition, which you could look, and that could be an analogy for a lot of traditions.
Yeah. The stakes, pun intended, were pretty high. This one.
Yeah.
But yeah. Next one.
The Longest Street in the World by Theodore C. Van Alst Jr. Jr. is working at his dad's real estate office when Lewis comes in with a bag of heads belonging to the group that throw a brick through Jr.'s office window and face. Rudy decides this is a good time to rob the store. Lewis and Jr. decide that they're going to frame Rudy for the bag of heads. Lewis shoots Rudy in the face 3 times inside the store. Then they somehow stage the whole thing in a car. Lewis is a being that only comes when called.
I don't know how I felt about this one. This one was a little weird to me. And Lewis, what is Lewis?
Lewis is a being that only comes when called.
But there's 2 of them.
There's 2 of them, yeah. And they're just like in nothing when they're not called.
You just summon them when you need bad things done.
Yes. That's the impression.
Well, I don't think you specifically summon them. I think they're just listening for when they might be summoned. And it's like, oh yeah, you totally meant to summon me.
Yeah.
Didn't Lewis mention that Junior like wished bad things on them and like he came to like fulfill that wish?
But you can't take it back.
No.
Lewis is
Right, but he
committed.
wished it as the brick was about to hit his face. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, about secret revenge when you are powerless. I
Mm.
could see that. Lewis and his partner are clearly manifestations of revenge. They just do their own thing once they're there.
Probably because it was set in Chicago, but it reminded me a little bit of Dresden. Like I could see Harry Dresden walking by, just shaking his head, going, "Lewis, not again."
Yeah, absolutely.
Don't call the Candyman if you don't want.
I
him to
also
show
really
up.
liked how a lot of the stories were set in different time periods,
Mm.
and that history and whatever is going on at the time period also has a lot to play in, can have a lot to play in what the story itself is. And with this being in like the 60s, even though it was Chicago up north, there obviously still a lot of racism.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But yeah, that one was. It definitely had a nice little vibe to it.
Yeah, I liked the
next one.
weirdness of it.
Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, next one is Dead Owls by Mona Susan Power. Every summer, Amy stays with her aunt for 2 weeks. This summer, they go see The Shining. Amy starts thinking her aunt's home is haunted. It's filled with owl stuff. She hears the story of Hero, who hung himself. She has a dream where General Custer and his wife are there. Libby attacks her, and then Hero saves her and brings her back home. Amy wakes up covered with cuts and bruises and has an origami crane in her hand.
What?
This
This one was okay.
Yeah.
I feel like this one was okay. The
I think the thing I appreciated the most was just her aunt's story about Hero and all of that history and how just sad and heartbreaking it is. And then
Hero's story was very sad.
Yeah, and then the idea that Hero came back to help her niece.
The crane.
Yeah.
That was very cinematic. It was a cinematic moment.
Yeah, you're right. But also the fact that a place that has that much history and that much tragedy has layers of spirits on it.
Mm-hmm.
From World War II internment back to Custer. So
It was bittersweet.
it really was.
Yeah.
The Custer thing, obviously, terrible things
Yeah.
happening there. Okay, what time? Ooh, we got.
I liked it though.
Yeah, this one.
Yeah,
this one was good. Next one.
The Prepper by Morgan Talty. A young man prepares to save himself and his mother from the end of the world and the Naka, which are kind of like zombies. He's living with his mother and dying grandfather and becomes increasingly obsessed with zombies and the end of the world and thinks it's about to happen. He starts prepping for it and eventually kills his grandfather to relieve him from his suffering and to stop him from coming back as a zombie. Then he absolutely loses it, shooting a doctor in the leg and makes a run for it. He ends up getting apprehended by police and sentenced to 500 years in jail, and he was clearly mentally ill.
This one made me almost lose my mind. Like this one was, I think it was really well written.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
From the perspective of this person, but oh my gosh, yeah, this is Criminal Minds for sure. Just the obsession and just being convinced about the zombie thing, and extra points for zombies in the book club. But yeah, I think this one was this is disturbing, well paced. Jeff's given us a 5-minute warning here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, that one was.
Yeah, I liked the story.
Let's see. We can skip around now. I think a lot of people wanted to talk about collections.
Was that the Heads one?
That's the Heads one by Amber Blazer Wardzala.
Oh my god.
So Megas goes to a dinner of one of her professors because she needs a letter of recommendation. She discovers the teacher has a collection of mounted human heads decorating her house and only needs one more, and Megas will do. She wants to leave, but gets enticed by the professor's promise of help and fame, so she stays.
This one, talk about red flags.
Yeah.
This one was, like you definitely felt for her in this whole, like, is there anybody else?
Yeah.
See this?
Yeah. Oh, and I'm so sorry. Really quick, if there's another one that y'all really want to talk about,
shout it out.
Yeah, shout it out.
Collections was the creepiest.
Yeah. Collections, after I read it, I was just like,
This is another one where, like, at the end of the one where she cuts her finger off, where you're like, you're gonna do it. aren't you?"
Yeah.
yeah, Collections was probably my favorite, but wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it should have been the last one. They
Agreed.
should have ended the book on that one.
Yeah.
But the one they did end the book on was awful.
We don't have to talk about that one.
No, we don't.
That one was just messed up. Sundays.
We don't have to talk about that one either.
Yeah, Sundays was the trigger warning.
That
one.
was the trigger.
That was
warning.
the one that I put a trigger warning on, and it also, there was historically a lot of that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
this
I just
is-
want to say that.
Sundays was very disturbing and
It was really hard to read
for different reasons.
and really upsetting. I do think he got to a place of peace in some way.
It seems like he was saved by his wife's grace.
Yeah.
yeah. His dead wife.
Yeah.
That one, I mean, it was so hard to read, and this is like, I'm like, I can't believe we're reading this.
Oh my gosh.
for
Yeah.
literally wasted.
Yeah. Same.
Which was, I mean, this was on the whole, like, I think this was very sort of outside what we normally read, which is it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. I liked the scientist horror story.
Yeah. Me too. That was one of my favorites. That's by Darcy Little Badge.
Yeah.
This
So I
one-
liked that one, but they only told 2 stories and there were 3 people there. That bothered me.
It was, yeah, we got like the kind of fun, like,
Classic,
boo-ha-ha story, and then
yeah.
the second horror story was like, oh, that's
I think the point is that you don't need another horror story after that because
Because that's real life, and that they are being
that we're in a horror story.
that small indigenous communities, they're rarely tallied in the greater good, and that
Yeah. I have thought about the scientist horror story every day since I read it.
oh
yeah.
man. It's just, so any other ones you want to talk about?
I liked
Capgrass?
Capgrass. I don't know if I'm saying that right. The Capgras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one where Tom and his family go to France because this book has been translated to France, and
They get it wrong.
they get it wrong, and he has like this weird growth on his shoulder, and he's kind of going crazy, and the translation is like bizarre. And
Yeah, that one was.
I-
and
but at the end, eventually, like his wound bursts, and he has memories of either his wife or himself burying a body.
also, he named the main character after himself.
It hints, well, it says that he had a problem with alcohol. He used to black out drink. And from what I gathered, he ran over and killed the town meth head. And his wife took care of him and buried the body. And my thing is that I think he has blocked that memory, and the Capgrass is being replaced by an exact version of yourself, and he's the Capgrass, because with blocking out this memory of what he did, he's now a different version of himself, is what I got from it.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, that's great.
But yeah. Any other ones? I will say it was. I'm glad that we read this. I think getting a bunch of these stories from this cultural, societal perspective is. I mean, for me, it was educational as well.
Yeah.
And just kind of sad as well. Like there's you can feel a lot of the like resentment and anger and all of the years of that, like you can feel it all coming through on like almost every one of these stories.
Mhm.
But that theme or that sense was pervasive
And like
throughout the entire anthology.
generational anger and generational trauma is coming through.
Yeah.
And that came through quite well.
Yeah.
In all of this variety of stories. But yeah, I mean, if y'all want to talk about this more, there's a Discord channel, very active Discord channel about Never Whistle at Night. I think that it's definitely worth, we touched on a lot of them. But I am glad that we read this. It's 26 stories, hard to cover in this time span. So for more in-depth conversation, please check out the Discord. And next month, February,
Jeff, I like that story.
we're gonna do something a little different. Next month we're doing Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
So
Different tone
kind of back
for the
to
month.
back to basics here for Literally Wasted.
And then maybe we can have a watch party of somehow.
Let's have a movie night.
Movie night.
Movie night.
So Project Hail Mary coming up next month, and then in March.
We'll see if it's
what's
still
the
in
winner
front.
of the poll.
It's been in front for like a week, but only by like 3 votes.
Yeah, so we're gonna do a movie night.
Yep. Still, the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle by Stuart Turton.
Evelyn Hardcastle is currently in the lead for March. So Project Hail Mary coming up. Some good science fiction that will be turned into a major motion picture
Soon.
starring Ryan Gosling. Says it on the title. So look forward to that in February and some more fun stuff in March. Which one? This one?
Yeah.
For more short story goodness, come join Short Story Club, Octavia Butler for February, which is very exciting.
Nice.
Again, January, we always kick it off with an anthology. And this one, we kicked it off with a heavy, dark one.
We did.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Wow.
I'm glad we read it because this had been on my radar for Dark Book Club for a while.
Okay. Well, now you don't have to do it.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
Carrie,
speaking of Dark Book Club, we're still working on it because it's a really, really long book.
Still
But,
working on it.
Carrie, yes, Evelyn Hardcastle is the official winner.
Is the winner. But yes, definitely fits 26.5. Starting out with the darkness.
For real.
Real heavy anthology series. But thank you for going along with us. Thank you very much to Katie and Leanne for being here for discussing this long series of short stories. We did it.
Well, yeah,
Honestly, we did it.
basically.
Y'all even got random bonus cats.
Bonus cats.
Bonus cats.
Which is always a good thing. So yeah. Happy New Year. This next one probably won't be as dark.
I hope not.
But who knows?
If it is, I'm going to be very surprised.
So all right, Short Story Club coming up February. We got our club meeting coming up on February 11th, and then we'll be discussing Project Hail Mary on the 25th. With that, I guess we'll call it a night. So thank you very much. See you on Discord. See you in the Literally Wasted Lounge. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody. Bye.